Wednesday. I can't say hi to this camera without saying what day it is, but you basically know what day it is because I've been starting these vlogs every time on a Wednesday, and it's helped me stay consistent. The other day, one of my friends was saying that she was shocked that I've been posting every single week. And honestly, the easiest way that I've done that is just allocating like a specific time on my Wednesday. Just knowing that Wednesdays are the day that I start filming, and then just having fun for the rest of the week, vlogging and sharing what we're up to. So I'm very happy because I think this is my 22nd video, which is crazy. I honestly can't believe I've been doing this since March, but here we are. We're just vibing, and I'm very happy for anyone who's just joined this channel and for anyone who's been following it from the beginning. So thank you so much for supporting me. I feel like lately I've been starting these vlogs with a little bit of a intro and just something that I wanted to share, because I don't want these videos to just be a recap of my week. I also want to be sharing any experiences and lessons that I've had in my life that could help anyone else. So that's exactly why I love starting these videos with that kind of segment. And of course, for anyone who's following my vlogs, you know that I'm also working on a little bit of a personal project on the side. But I realized that I kind of want to share those maybe at the end of each video, because then that allows me to just dive into that subject that I want to chat to you guys about, and then kind of give you that recap at the end of the video so you guys know where I'm at and how things are progressing. But it's looking good, and hopefully by Sunday when I give you guys the full update, I'll have even more cool things to share. I did want to start this video talking about something that I felt inspired by after a little dinner that I had with my friend Molly. She was here for a night because now she's off again, but we had dinner and we were talking about how we're all experiencing a lot of change in the friend group, and everyone's going through like different transitions and it's all happening all at once. And I'm the kind of person that like really loves change, and I don't know what it is about me. I just absolutely love changing gears, shifting, trying new things, meeting new people, and obviously knowing that I'm always gonna have my partner by my side, and that's Diao. So yeah, I just feel like there's a lot of change happening and really good change. But with that said, I did want to give some piece of advice for anyone who's feeling like they want to change something but don't know how. I always enjoy watching these like advice videos that share like actionable tips, and that just makes something that feels so overwhelming and big feel a little bit more easy to kind of dive and explore. I did this last week as well when I was sharing like, I think it was 4 tips on how to meet new people. Well, this is 4 new tips on how to take control over your life. So I'm gonna dive into them and hopefully these help. But also I do want to kind of give a disclaimer that I'm the kind of person that does believe that everything happens for a reason. I feel like life has a mind of its own. Things that are meant to be will be, but that's not to say that you can do things to take control again. And if your life is heading down a path that you're not happy with, then you do have the full control to be like, I'm not happy with that, let's shift gears. So with that said, let's dive into it. I have a little list here in front of me because I don't want to lose track of those 4 big tips that I have. And this again is all based on my personal experience. I'm super young still, I'm 27, so there's a lot of change that might still happen in my life, but with my 27 years of experience, this is kind of what has helped me take control and what I'd hope can help someone else as well. So number 1, step out of your day-to-day. This tip is the biggest one of them all. Honestly, when you're just going on a routine and you're going day by day, following the same structure, and life has just worked out that way, it's really hard to take a step back and leave that environment. And sometimes that's what you need to like really reflect on what you're actually looking for, and if you're happy, if you're not, what can you change. So this tip is really important to just give you more clarity. And this could be going out for a long walk. This doesn't need to be a trip to Bali where you have like a full retreat experience. This could literally be a whole afternoon where you just go walk by yourself and really think through things in life and just put things into perspective. Sometimes you really just need a break, step out of your environment, and just try to think about things from an outsider perspective. That always helps. Speaking from personal experience, when I was living in the UK, and I felt like my life was going down a way that I wasn't happy with, when I did that big trip to visit my sister at her university, it really put a lot of things into perspective. And from there, I took action. So it doesn't need to be a trip, but just really step out of your day to day. You're going to be able to think through things more clearly and decide if you're going to take action or not. The second one, which is similar to that, and I guess it goes hand in hand, is check in with yourself. So when you do take that step back and you're thinking through things in life and seeing how you're feeling with everything, just really go inwards and see how you're feeling with your life, if you're happy, if you're not. From my personal experience, when I did that trip to visit my sister, I realized I became such an introvert because of COVID and many other reasons. A lot of people went through a similar thing, but I really didn't feel like myself. So that was the biggest red flag, and that's exactly why I decided to take action. A little bit of a drastic change by moving to New York like that, but honestly, it's exactly what I needed. I needed to refresh and start again, and I'm so grateful that I stood up for myself and took control in that moment. The third tip I have that is still very connected to those first two as well is think 5 years ahead and see how you're going to be feeling. So if you don't see a future with where you're standing, this could be based on your job, based on a relationship that you have, based on the city that you live in. If you don't see yourself 5 years ahead being in the same place, then that's also another red flag. And well, me wearing a red shirt, red flag. So that's a big way to kind of test it as well. I know it's very important to live in the moment and just enjoy the day to day, but it's also really important to think 5 years ahead and be like, will I be happy here still? And really try to think about building a future on where you're at. And if it doesn't seem like you're going to be happy in 5 years' time, then that's a little bit of a clue for you to take action. And the last tip I have, which I know is going to make my little sister very happy, is to check in with the people that love you the most. So in this scenario, that was my little sister. And honestly, I don't know where I would be without her. She obviously is my best friend in the whole world, but in that moment where I wasn't really being myself and I just kind of fell into this day-to-day trap of not changing anything, but still being happy with where I was, she was the one who realized, like, that's not my sister. Like, I think she needs to reconnect with herself. So she really pushed me to come visit her at her university. I was like, I'm good. Like, I don't want to go. It's too much of a hassle. And she was like, Nikki, I think you need this trip. So I'm very grateful for her because she really brought me back to who I was. And obviously, which I've already said before, she takes a lot of credit for introducing me to my boyfriend. But she is my best friend. And if you have that person in your life where you're not feeling like yourself and you just wanted to chat with someone, definitely reach out and see what they think as well. Not that you would take their advice word for word, but it's just helpful to hear from someone that loves you so much and knows exactly who you are. But anyways, guys, that's my big intro once again. Just some helpful tips on how to take control over your life and just embrace change. Sometimes a drastic change like that is really good for anyone who's feeling like they're kind of in that repetitive cycle of life. And I'm always going to say, like, move, explore a new city, try something new. But obviously that's easier said than done. And a lot of people have big commitments in life that they can't just pick up and move like that. But if you're young and you don't have any responsibilities, I 100% recommend moving around the world, exploring new countries, exploring new cities, meeting new people, and just through all of that, getting to know yourself more and more. So that's my big intro, and I hope you guys liked it, and hopefully it helps anyone who's kind of feeling like they're trapped. So now I'm just gonna finish work, and I actually have dinner with two of my friends, Dani and Clara, that I mentioned in my last video. We're gonna go eat at Mami's, some good Mexican food. It's the best of the best here in Bondi. And after that, we're just gonna have a regular week. I don't think that we have any big plans this week, so I think it's going to be a pretty chill one, but I'm still excited to bring you guys along, and especially to give you that big update of my project at the end of this video. So stay tuned. Guys, it's pouring outside, and I was really hoping I was gonna be able to go for a run today, but I guess not. Unless I just run in the freezing cold rain, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. So we're probably gonna have a super chill night in today, and Theo and I were actually thinking of watching Troy again because tomorrow we're gonna go watch The Odyssey, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to watch that movie. I feel like it's gonna be 3 hours long. I'm gonna try my best not to drink any water so I can stay the whole time and not go for any pee breaks. But I'll report back on Sunday to tell you guys how much I love the movie because I'm sure I'm gonna love it. I love Troy. Troy is actually my favorite movie in the whole world. I used to watch it when I was like 4, maybe not allowed, but I still did. And yeah, we're probably just maybe gonna go for a little dinner tonight around Bondi, watch Troy, and then have a super cozy weekend. Because I don't know about you guys, but I feel like the weather really does affect my mood. And I just get tired, feel less energetic, and that's kind of the vibes right now. So depending on what the weather looks like this weekend, we're gonna have a super slow weekend, and I'll bring you guys with us to see what we actually get up to. But other than the World Cup final on Monday, there's nothing else very exciting about this weekend. So I hope you guys enjoy this video regardless. Guys, against all odds, I managed to go for that run, and I'm feeling so good now because I did feel like a little bit of a couch potato. That run made me completely shake that feeling off. So I'm feeling great. And I did run at a really good speed, mostly because there was someone in front of me and I got really competitive and so that was really nice. And now I'm waiting for my boyfriend that is the slowest man on this planet Earth to get ready so we can finally go get a burger because I'm starving. And we're gonna go to Bondi Tony's, of course. There's probably gonna be a line, but we will wait for it because last week we went to this other burger spot and it was not as good. So I think we're both craving that. And then we're gonna come home and watch Cape Fear. And I think today is the season finale, I'm not sure. But for anyone who hasn't watched that show yet, it's on Apple TV and it's Javier Bardem, and that's all you need to know. So watch it if you haven't, and that's it. Just a little rainy, cold Friday night, and I'm really craving that burger. So I'll show you guys what we get. Hey guys, good morning. It's Sunday, and I think I'm still in shock with yesterday. As a true Troy fan, I think The Odyssey is one of the best movies that I've ever watched in my life. Everything about it, honestly, like cinematography, acting, music, the way that the story was told, everything was perfect. And I don't want to give any spoilers because I'm sure a lot of people are gonna watch it soon, but just the way that it all ties in with what's happening in the world right now, that last monologue was amazing. And it just made you think about the world that we live in today and how things haven't really changed. Human beings will always have these flaws, and everyone's addicted to power. Definitely go watch it. I think all the IMAX theaters are booked out for like 4 months because that's how everyone wants to watch it. Theo and I ended up watching it at a regular movie theater, and maybe we'll watch it again in an IMAX because it's worth watching again. It was 3 hours and I was struggling towards the end, but it was amazing, and I definitely recommend. Today's Sunday. I just got back from the gym. We're gonna have some friends over tonight. We're gonna cook some pasta, which I'm very excited about. We haven't made this recipe in a long time. We made it for Dia's parents when they were here back in April, which feels like so long ago. And we're having some friends over. We're gonna play some Monopoly Deal, and then we're just gonna cook for them. So I'm very excited. I did have an update for you guys on my project. Like I promised, I'm gonna be including a little segment of it at the end of all my videos. But things are moving. I've been very dedicated to talking to people, learning more about the materials that I could be using, just talking to people that have this experience of creating a brand and their learnings and things that I should kind of watch out for. Obviously, I know I will have failures of my own, and I'm not trying to prevent them because I think it's part of creating a business. But I do want to learn from any friend of mine that has dealt with any specific things and how I can make sure that I'm prepared when those challenges come in. So I think the hardest part of all of this has been navigating the time difference, because all my friends and all my mentors are in the other side of the world. So talking to all of them, finding the time for it has been a little tricky. I've been trying to talk to them during weekends, sometimes staying up late at night because my 11 p.m. is their morning. So obviously I don't want them to be talking to me at an inconvenient time for them. So then I'm the one who's sacrificing my sleep, but it's worth it. And things are coming together. So the 3 things that I did want to show you were the icons that we've locked in. We fully are in the process of securing these 3 icons as part of the brand. And that's my mom's signature, the little hand, which is her logo and is in all of her art. And then of course the dragonfly, which has a very special meaning. And those are the 3 icons that we're securing at the moment. It's all in the works right now. Nothing has been locked in, but it's looking pretty good. And then I think the second part, which is a super, super important part, has been dealing with the legal aspect of using my mom's art. So as an artist, all artists have protection of their art, even 70 years, I think it's like 60 to 70 years after their passing. So my mom's art is fully protected by law, which is great. And I honestly, when I learned about this, I was very, very happy about that, because it's amazing that their art can be protected regardless if they're here or not. I'm currently dealing with all of that legal aspect to make sure that I'm authorized to use her art in our products. And it's looking good because as her daughter, I have rights, and my dad is a lawyer, and we're just working on it together. So it's really fun to even be working with my dad on a project directly, because I've never had that opportunity. So this is his moment to show me all his skills as the best lawyer that he is. That's the biggest update I have. I don't want to share too much because I do want to keep you guys posted with every little step that we take every week. And as of now, those are the biggest steps. And I think the challenges are just finding the right people to talk to, the time difference, of course, and then the whole legal thing, which is moving and it's progressing, but of course it's a challenge. So just dealing with that right now, and it's looking good. I'm very confident, very excited. I'm putting a lot of good energy into it, and so far I've been receiving good energy as well. So I'm very excited, and I can't wait to keep you guys posted. And that's it. That's my big update. We're probably gonna have to spend the day cleaning this apartment because it's a little bit dirty before our friends come. And then, yeah, I'll just show you guys what we get up to today.